Hello everyone, I'm Bets Golden. Welcome to my channel. I am going to make a fun card today. It's going to be pretty easy with this new stencil by Hurley. It's called Going Places. And I'm just going to grab the sentiment that I'm going to use on the card from this new stamp set. It's also called Going Places. They work beautifully together. And to start this card, I am going to just open it up. I have here a card base that opens up this way, and I found this on the Ranger site. If I can find it, I got it on clearance, but if I can find it there, I will go ahead and link. If not, you can create your own rather quickly by just taking a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, slicing it down this way, and then scoring it like so, and that'll give you 2 card fronts. So that's a really great way that you can make your own card front like this. So I'm just going to take and want to use this little center piece right here. I'm going to use this cute little hot air balloon. And I'm actually, and you know what? If you do it like that, it looks like a light bulb. You know what? I'm so tempted to make it a light bulb. I really am, but I won't. I'll keep it like this. So I'm just going to take this, and I am going to use a little bit of my mint tape to just tape it down so that it doesn't move around on me. And I want to hide that right there, this cloud, in case I get a little bit sloppy. So I'm going to just center it up a little bit more. I think that that's pretty good. And I'm just going to take that and just make sure that I cover that up. I didn't quite get it all, so we're going to do that there. And then on this side, I'm just going to make sure I get it right there. And yes, I am digging in my trash to find my tape. I'm going to just take this one here. And knowing me, I would mess it up right there. Oh, and I got some up here. All right, and I'm going to fill this in. So for the bottom, I'm actually going to do this in this beautiful Viper. This is a new ink, and I'll have everything I'm using will be listed down below so you can find it easily. And I'm just going to do the basket in that green, and I'm just tapping it on just to give it some fun different pattern in there. And then I'm going to do the balloon in Shooting Star and Roar. So I actually want to start this off. I think I'm going to start off with the Shooting Star. Actually, no, I'm going to start with the Roar. And I'm going to go from the bottom up and just in a gradual type blend here. Just like that. I'm going to go on up like so. And then I'm going to do the Shooting Star next. And I'll blend this Shooting Star right on down into my Roar, like so. And this ink is just loading up so pretty. I love it. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I do want to add a little bit more. I want to outline this, I think, so that it's pretty clear. You know, that it's a balloon. I think it's pretty clear, but still, I do want to go ahead and just put a little bit of an outline on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carefully go around the edges with my food ball marker, or pen, I should say, and just outline it. And then I'm going to go in through here, and I'm just going to add some horizontal lines. I'm just gonna draw these on in. Don't really care if they're perfect. To make it look kind of like a basket. I'm no straight liner, so it's just to give the gist, you know? There we go. Then let me just take this one more time. Go around. There we go. All right, so now going to remove this, and I actually want to take those center pieces and I want to pop them back in, but I want to hold it in place. So to do so, I'm going to take some spray, my Pixie spray, and I'm just going to spray the back of them so that I can make sure that it holds it in place. So I'm just spraying the back. It has to take a minute to set up. Let me make sure that this is like so. That's where it goes. That's still a little bit wet, so just want to make sure that I have it lined up perfectly, and it's actually that way that it needs to be. So I'm going to go spray this one off, and you don't want to put it on right when you spray, or else you run the risk of it sticking a little bit too well and then it not wanting to come up when you're done. So always give it, you know, a minute to set up. And then once it sets up, you can go ahead and just put it in place. And I'm just gonna pop it on in there with this one still on, and like so. All right, and then I'm gonna take this piece and move it out of the way, and now I have my mask. So for this one, I'm gonna take my No Diving, and I'm going to load up my foam, and you guys can find these pieces also at Ranger. You can find the flat or the circular, the dome ones, the dome foam tips, or I forgot what they're called, but I love them. And then I'm just going to go over this and start to blend that on through like so, to get some background done. And I'm not done yet. I have something else I'm going to throw on here in just a minute. But as you can see, like I went in directly right there. So I can just maneuver my my handle around, applying different pressures like so, to get a nice coverage here. Okay, and I'm going to go in a little bit heavier handed there. And the reason why I'm going to go in heavier handed on some areas is because I'm going to add some water in just a moment, just to kind of loosen up this color. So I want to go in heavier on some areas like so. Plus I think it just gives a really pretty look. And then I'm going to take, just spritz on a little bit of water like that, and it kind of moves it around and lifts the color. So I'm really liking what that's looking like so far. And then I'm going to hit it with a little bit of my Heat It tool. Now, since I have the mask on, I don't want to do it too long and warp my mask, just enough to get that color to set, because I have one more thing I want to do to this before I stamp my sentiment. And I'm actually going to add this Stickles Aquarius glitter glue to it. I think that that'll be really, really pretty. So to do that, I'm just going to take my spatula and I'm just going to swipe it. And I'm even can take that and get all that excess off. It's important that you keep this piece because it will help maintain the moisture in your Stickles glitter gel. Whenever you have a product that has this protective piece right here, it's always a good idea just to keep it. So what I like about this Stickles glitter gel is that there's some stars, and you can just go ahead and apply it in a thick type covering, or you can do it where you add a little bit more pressure and you just space it out more, but your color on the underside is going to show through quite nicely. So it's not, if I were to put like the green on this or the red Stickle glitter gel on this, my color still would shine through because the gel itself is clear. It's the glitter that's colored. So it's really a lot of fun. And so I'm just going to take and clean up that space right there, and, you know, just kind of disperse that. And there's also some really fun stars. So that's why I thought that it would be fun to use just as a background, because I want this to be a simple card. And in doing so, you have to add a little bit of pizzazz, and this is plenty pizzazz, you know? So I'm just taking the edge of my spatula and just making sure that I have Stickles, the Stickle glitter gel everywhere I want it. And I think that's good. So now I have to carefully remove this like so, because it protected my balloon, obviously, right? And peel it up a little bit carefully. And then I need to wait for this to dry before I put my sentiment on it. And I want to make sure that I clean up my surface as quickly as I can, because my Stickle glitter gel will end up drying and it's pretty hard to get off at that point. So I'm going to take and just get it off of my mask the best of my ability here. And then I'm going to just, I didn't need to take it off of that. Go ahead and just clean this down with my surface cleaner that I use. But I'm also stingy and I like to try to save as much of that glitter gel as I can. This is dry now, so I'm ready to stamp. I put my foam pad down under it. I'm gonna open the card up just because it will allow for a correct alignment more so than if it's folded. There's no spring. I'm using Flying By to Say, and then the sentiment I'm adding under it is Hi. And I'm just gonna pop that right in on the balloon. So I'm making sure that I'm loading up my stamp pretty well with this. I wanna do it at an angle to match the balloon. And then there we go. Pretty easy, cute mixed media card, ready to give to your friend in under 15 or 20 minutes, 15 or 20 minutes. I don't know. I can't even talk. Anyway, if you're interested in anything that I used, I will have it listed down below for your convenience. If I can find it at more than one place, I will have those provided as well with the direct links. Make sure you check it out. I will include a link to the Ranger store as well, in which you can find everything. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below, and I hope to see you next time. I'm Betsy Golden. Happy crafting.